When people ask me how I stay slim, I always tell them, because I never go on a diet. I'm in my late 40s, 160 centimeters tall, and my weight has always hovered around 52 kilograms. Even when it fluctuates, it's never more than a kilo. Some people think I'm just lucky, maybe it's my genes or I have some secret diet. Others assume I practically live at the gym. But I can tell you, I'm not a gym junkie. In fact, I rarely go. And I never, ever go on those strict diets. I've worked with so many people who are constantly on some kind of diet. I see them drinking these weird protein shakes instead of eating proper food. I always wonder, how can you get enough nutrition from that? And how can you trust what's in those powders? Then there are the keto dieters who avoid all carbs but eat piles of fatty sausages for breakfast. I once knew a young girl on a crash diet who just stopped eating altogether. Of course, within 2 weeks, she was binging on even more junk food than before. I've seen it time and again. People either lose very little weight or they lose it quickly only to gain it all back. Then the whole cycle starts over. I love food. I love variety, and I'm not willing to give any of it up. Don't get me wrong, I have my junk food moments too. But I've noticed a huge difference between how I eat and how many others do. Later in this video, I'll share my weekly menu and explain my eating philosophy. First things first, I refuse to eat at places like McDonald's or KFC. People who've worked there have told me they don't change the frying oil nearly enough. Sometimes, the same oil is used for over a week. Imagine how harmful that is. When oil is reused like that, it breaks down and creates toxic compounds that your body can't process. Over time, this can lead to inflammation, digestive issues, and all sorts of health problems. Why would I spend money to buy diseases? It just seems silly. Fast food used to be cheap, but now it's just as expensive as everything else. But that's not even the main reason. I simply prefer fresh, home-cooked food. I grew up in a family where fresh vegetables were essential with every single meal. Whether it was a side for a roast, in a stew, as a salad, wrapped in a pancake, or fried with meat, a meal without veggies just wasn't a proper meal. It's a basic rule for me. When you're used to having them in every form, you just add them automatically. And I mean fresh veggies, not the tired-looking ones that have been sitting in the fridge for days or rotting in a bag from the supermarket. When you cook them, be careful not to overcook them. Some vegetables can be stewed, but others just need a quick steam or stir-fry to preserve their nutrients, like vitamins. I also grew up eating lots of carbs. Pastry buns, noodles with all kinds of sauces. They were all so yummy. I still make dumplings and sushi at home when I get a craving. It's actually quite easy once you get the hang of it. And please don't think I'm stuck in the kitchen all day. I have lots of hobbies, so my cooking needs to be quick, easy, and simple, but always fresh. I rarely bake complicated things unless it's for a special occasion. Now about exercise. I never used to go to the gym, and honestly, I wouldn't even know how to use most of the equipment, aside from a treadmill or an exercise bike. But walking outdoors is a non-negotiable part of my daily life. It's the most pleasant mindfulness practice I know, listening to birds, enjoying a beautiful garden, taking in the sights. Why stay cooped up inside all day? I'm not addicted to TV either. A day can just disappear in front of the screen, and I'd feel like I wasted it doing nothing for myself, just pleasing advertisers. I've also noticed that many people who are overweight tend to sit a lot. They'll drive even for a 10-minute walk. I find that stunning and honestly, a bit unfair to their own bodies. My point is, please don't ignore small movements. They all add up. Stand up for a stretch, walk to the kitchen for a cup of tea, go for a stroll after a meal. Breaking up prolonged sitting is so important for your body to reset and find balance. Just a few days ago, I heard on the news about another magic pill for obesity. I felt sick hearing the newsreader announce it so excitedly. When are we going to stop offering people false hope and chemicals? Why not educate people on how to eat better and be more active? It reminds me of antidepressant pills. People were so hopeful, but the mental health crisis is worse than ever, and relapse rates are high for those who stop taking them. Would you trust a new weight loss pill to give you sustainable results? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now let's talk about how to eat. It might sound silly, But trust me, this is a simple method many people overlook. The short answer is, eat slowly and be mindful of your portions. It's not magic, I know. We all know what a portion is, but how often do we ignore it when there's delicious food in front of us? We overeat, and our stomach takes over control from our mind. This is where mindful eating comes in. When you consciously train your mind to take command, you build a new habit. Scientifically, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes for your stomach to signal to your brain that it's full. If you eat too quickly, you're full before your brain even knows it. Here's a strategy. Stop eating when you're about 80% full. Tell yourself you can finish the rest in an hour. You will likely find you do and even want it later because your stomach has had time to catch up. This is how I eat. I've been practicing portion control for years. I don't feel deprived because I can still eat what I like, just mindfully. I also avoid getting ravenously hungry by including low GI and high-protein foods in my diet. I eat basmati rice instead of regular white rice. I replace sugary snacks with things like nuts, boiled eggs, dried fruit, or a small sandwich. This keeps my blood sugar stable so I don't get those energy spikes and crashes. I do eat cake or chocolate sometimes, but not in the morning and not in large quantities. I can easily live without it, but a few bites are nice. And do I eat fried food? Yes, but I make it at home. Air-fried chips with steak, air-fried chicken drumsticks, even air-fried spring rolls. They taste so much better because they're fresh and not cooked in bad oil. I believe health is all about balance. There's no single magic pill. I could gain weight if I didn't take those little walks, do my stretches, or eat in moderation. Every simple, effortless action adds up. If you're feeling down about your weight, please start slow and be patient with yourself. I saw a 65-year-old colleague lose 20 kilograms in 1 year just by eating smaller portions and walking every day. Trust the process. Quick fix weight loss is unhealthy and unsustainable. So until next time, happy eating but mindfully. Thanks for watching.